Hey y'all, today we're going to discuss nervous dogs. Nervous dogs. So we get a lot of questions about why is my dog nervous? What caused it? Is it something I did? Or if it's a rescue, like what? Is it something that happened in the dog's past? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes it's just comes from breeding. I've seen dogs that were very young puppies that have come from kind of nervous parents. That temperament has kind of passed down the line. Sometimes it comes from there. Sometimes it is from their beginnings of life. Did you cause your nervous behavior in your puppy? Maybe accidentally. Maybe you didn't. It can happen. All sorts of things can cause nervous behavior with dogs. Nervous behavior can be with people. It can be with other dogs. It can be with sounds, smells, anything. Some dogs are very comfortable at home with their own pack, their own group at home. They're very comfortable. They're comfortable in their yard. They leave their surroundings and they are very, very nervous. Now, a lot of that comes from the last video we did, socialization, taking your dog out, getting out of the house, meeting people, meeting dogs. If you can do that as young as possible and as young as safe, then you're going to avoid a lot of that. But let's talk just a little bit. This is something I can't get too deep into without knowing your dog and knowing the situation. There's just so many variables when it comes to nervous dogs. But the one thing I can say is try to create positive associations. That's probably the most powerful thing. Don't necessarily think like, yeah, but how? How do I do that? It's always something different. A lot of times with humans, we'll have a human walk in the house and just start tossing treats on the floor. Don't approach the dog, don't reach towards the dog. But if we bring a bunch of strange people into a home and that dog sees all these people and every time they come in, they're like, treat fountains. Treats are just flying everywhere. Suddenly, hey, you know what? I really like these strangers. Got any more strangers? Things like that can happen. You get nervous behaviors with things like, say, the vacuum cleaner. A lot of dogs get really weird with the vacuum cleaner. It's scary. Makes noise. They're very sensitive in hearing and they don't understand it, so they get a little nervous with it. We'll create positive associations. A lot of times we'll use very, very high value treats with some of the nervous behavior. Something the dog only gets during these training sessions, during a time when you're going to introduce the stimulus that is creating the nervous behavior. Then we can reinforce calm behavior with a high value treat. Now, one of the things that you can I've kind of thought of over the years and people have asked about is, can you accidentally reinforce the wrong behavior? Yes, you can. If your dog shows extreme fear and you're just kind of putting a treat in there, no, good, or you're accidentally like petting and coddling, the dog can get the wrong idea that, okay, I freaked out, that's how you wanted me to act. Also, on the other side of things, if a dog is nervous in a situation, not really freaking out, but just kind of nervous in a situation, it is okay to give a dog a treat or even a toy, whatever the motivation is for the dog. A lot of times they don't want to take these things, these treats or toys or whatever, in a really nervous situation. But if you can, get it to the dog. Even though they're a little bit nervous, might be kind of like tail down a little low, ears back a little, they're trying not to make eye contact with the stimulus that they're nervous of. But it's okay to kind of introduce some rewards during that time, because what are we doing? We are creating positive associations. So think of whatever causes your dog to have a nervous reaction to, and try to create a positive, just everything around this whole thing. I want your dog to think that this is okay. This is a good thing to have this thing around. So work on that. Positive associations.